Well, that was a movie.
Welcome back to First Thoughts. I'm Simon, this is Justin, and today we are testing out new mics. If they sound bad, I'm sorry. I'll find out later tonight. Anyway, so yeah, we're late to the Amateur, I believe it's called.
Yes.
Because there was too many movies that came out this week. Thank God this next week, 2 days from now, frankly, is Sinners, because we'll see one good movie and call it a night, and I'll be so happy.
I'm all right with that. Looking forward to Sinners.
So if you don't know anything about The Amateur, you haven't heard anything about it, Rami Malek plays an agent, a contact-based agent. He is purely on like the intelligence sides of the CIA, where he does like their intelligence operations as far as tracking people, as far as protecting their own intelligence, stuff like that. But his wife dies in what appears to be a terrorist attack, and now he wants revenge, so he goes after the killers of his wife. It's also starring a bunch of other people too. Jon Bernthal has a small role in this. Frankly, forgot he was in this movie until he popped up and I was like, ah! And then some other guys too. And yeah, since we are a little bit late to it, we have the benefit of already knowing how critics and fans both reacted to this. Critics did not like it. The general audience was pretty okay with it. It had a 6.7 on IMDb and a 50-some% from Metacritic. I feel like I understand completely why after having seen it. What did you think, though?
Listen, it was certainly funny at times. Probably for all the wrong reasons. But still, It made me laugh at times. Mostly, it did make me miss the Bourne trilogy. So that was something.
Yeah, the action, there's not a lot of action in this movie, but when there is, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's very, very shaky cam, and it's just like, this was better when Matt Damon was doing his own stunts, along with the shaky cam. But,
Matt Damon!
This was...
I also definitely like Matt Damon a lot more than Rami Malek, but...
In this role, or comparing those two roles, I definitely agree. I really liked Rami Malek in Mr. Robots, and I caught very minor glimpses of that.
Yeah. Very
minor. That died out quickly. He very much is the Amateur, for sure. This is just okay.
Yeah, this movie overall is very okay. There's some enjoyable parts, but they're few and far between. There's not really a whole lot of he's not good at hand-to-hand combat, but he uses his brain kind of character. And I'm like, but is he using his brain?
They're sure telling us he's using his brain. It's just most of the brain work is off camera.
Yeah.
He just shows up and it's like, oh, I've already set this up.
Yeah, or like they're like trying to track him and they're like, oh, he was so smart, he did this thing. I'm like, it would have been cool if I saw him do that. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was really silly.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of entertaining. I wouldn't want to watch it again, but I was never bored either. It just wasn't good, but it wasn't like, I wasn't insulted. Like, I didn't feel like I was being insulted as an audience member, except for maybe my intelligence a couple of times. I was like, really? Okay. Lawrence Fishburne plays like this CIA training guy or somebody, and his character is so silly.
Yeah, he was funny.
The dialogue is awful. I don't know. My favorite parts were just like, there was one, car/boat chase thing that I actually got a little invested in for some reason, beside myself. And then it was like when Rami Malek was staring off into the distance or having a flashback and there's somber score playing. Those were like the highlights of the movie, which isn't a great place to be.
No, especially in this type of movie when it should be, the revenge.
Yeah.
And the revenge,
which we'll get into in the spoilers, was awful.
Yeah,
so unsatisfying.
I never expected much from this movie. It very much sounded like a movie we had seen before.
Yeah.
But it seemed like there was going to be a little slightly different. Maybe it's been done before, but a slightly different from the extremely typical version where Rami Malek, he's not going to fight. He's going to use a lot of different tech and very inventive gadgets.
Starts out making it seem like he's gonna.
Yeah.
And then he just adopt?
No, just one very particular type generally, and a little bit of hacking, and everything he wants is done.
Yeah.
And it was incredibly boring.
Okay, okay. I said I was never bored. You said it was incredibly boring.
I mean, compared to what I thought was going to happen,
Yeah, I get
I didn't expect a hell of a lot, but I was pretty disappointed with what I was presented with in terms of like his gadgetry and such.
Yeah, I 100% agree with disappointment. I don't know. I think it was just like the pacing was good because it wasn't like anything interesting was happening, but I wasn't checking my watch or anything. I was just like,
it had enough silly moments.
Yeah.
To keep me entertained. It's just the part that we're really here for.
Yeah.
If there's anything, it just wasn't.
It was lacking. Yeah. And it's like it's such contrived writing too. Like it's like they copy other things because like, oh, they do this in other spy thriller movies, so we should do it too. And then it's happening and you're like, yeah, but was there a reason to do it this time?
No, but you'd be like, oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I recognize that.
I don't get that. And there was multiple things that were happening that I just wasn't entirely sure why, or if they just went, this will look cool in a trailer. Like he just starts at one point walking in the middle of the road for no reason, and cars have to swerve around him. I'm like, is he just suicidal right now? Is that why he's doing it? I don't know what he's doing.
See, I felt like that was classic Elliot, but just raw depression in that moment. It's just, I'm gonna walk down one side of the road and just
make
force
the cars move around me. Yeah, I didn't get that. And yeah, the plot was silly. Like there's like a sort of plot twist, but it's right at the beginning of the movie and really predictable. And so I thought it was gonna be like more important and like you would have to figure it out as the movie went along, but then it's just like 15 minutes in or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, this is the plot now. And you're like, oh, okay. That's not what the trailer made it seem like, but all right.
No, and you know what? I thought that was kind of an interesting twist. I was thinking, oh, this could be somewhat entertaining to have in the background while he's doing his thing. And neither one of them were really that great.
No.
It did not help that Lawrence Fishburne was never really taken seriously after that one scene.
I don't think he ever was serious. It was stupid from the jump.
I gave him a little bit of credit for one scene, and then they got to the end of that scene, and he lost all the credit.
Well, his first line is, I'm not a fucking Uber driver.
Oh, no.
That's his first scene.
I gave him a little bit when he was sent on his mission.
No,
and then he lost it immediately after first contact.
He lost it before contact because I'm like, why do we know he's there? That was my thought. He's some super secret agent guy and he's just walking. That's spoilers. We should wait to talk about that. But that was incredibly stupid to me. The whole thing was incredibly stupid to me. No. It's not a good movie. Like, I mean, but it's like, it looks good, it sounds good, you know, there's stuff like that. Like, it's a well-made movie technically, but it's silly and unmemorable, and I'll forget about it in 2 days or less, frankly.
Yeah, and honestly, for my whole life, this is the kind of movie that if I thought it was enjoyable, it doesn't matter if the movie was technically bad or not, but I could get a kick out of watching this from time to time over the years, but not this one. No. This didn't do it. I don't need to see this one again. Sorry, Mommy. I'll check out your next one probably, but
I don't feel sorry. I'm not a Rami Malek fan. Like, thought he was good as Freddie Mercury, I guess, but I'm not a...
Listen, I like to pretend that I support my favorite actors from television by seeing all of their films. And that's not true at all. But every once in a while, I actually go out my way to try to see one of their films just because it's them. And this wasn't a great... I don't know if I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, so this might be my first Rami Malek lead role film.
The only other Rami Malek movies that come to mind was he's got a tiny-ass part in Oppenheimer. He's
I guess
in...
I wouldn't count that, but...
what is it? It's either Little Things or Small Things, whatever that's called. Jared Leto... was it Denzel?
That sounds like an interesting combination.
It was a very weird combination, and the movie was almost good, but not really. Anyway, yeah, I guess we'll get into spoilers now. There's not a whole lot to say other than what we've said. Is just, I don't know. It's not like I said, it's not insufferable if you have a slow Tuesday night and you're like, what should we do? Let's go to the movies. This isn't a bad choice to just be like, oh, this is fun or whatever. But it's like, I literally will not ever think about this movie once I'm done editing and uploading this podcast. I will never think about this again.
Listen, save it for a $5 Tuesday night if you're going.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't need to think about this ever again either.
5. Give it a 5.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Indifferent.
Yeah.
Total indifference. All right, we're getting into spoilers now, so if you don't want anything spoiled for whatever reason, please click away, go watch it, come back, and we can talk about it then. But don't forget to like, share, follow, rate, review, subscribe, all those things. They're all great. Bye.
Bye.
So, spoilers. I wanted to like when Lawrence Fishburne showed up, but I was thinking the whole time while he was walking directly, like making a beeline toward him in the club, I'm like, but why? You're some top secret genius CIA guy. Just kill him secretly. Why are you making yourself known and just walking through the club like, here I come?
Because we can't kill our main character then. It was pretty hilarious that he was just actively getting away from this agent. They fully show in a few small ways that he's Ryan Alec. He can run, I guess, but he's not truly physically
He's slower
fit.
than Lawrence Fishburne, apparently.
He's supposed to be. Lawrence Fishburne is supposed to be some crazy agent. I expect him to be able to
He's fat, though.
He's supposed to be an agent in this movie. All right? I don't care what he is in
An
real life.
out-of-shape old agent.
He better be able to run faster than the tech guy. But
Oh, God.
he's
It was
constantly
hilarious,
getting
though.
put back.
The Russian lady helping him was so bad. She was like, quick, go to the stairwell. The guy's coming. And he goes, okay. And he jumps into the stairwell. Where is he? Oh, he's in the stairwell. Why the fuck did you tell him to go to the stairwell then? Like, oh, he's 3 floors above you. No, he's literally right behind him.
Well, listen. Lawrence Fishburne knows how to get down some stairs very quickly.
Apparently.
Now, I thought he was going to miss him, go down to his floor and what, but no, he just knew he was there in that stairwell the whole time.
Grabbed him, but then the other CIA agent gets him, so then they're fighting, and Rami Malek, instead of running away, is just like, oh, this is entertaining.
That was hilarious.
Let me see how this goes. They shoot each other, both die, and then Rami Malek goes, all right, I guess I'm leaving now that this whole subplot has become entirely pointless, because it went nowhere, added nothing except for like 15 minutes of runtime.
They killed each other.
And then, I swear to God, there is a reshoot at the end of this movie. The second to last scene, I swear, is a reshoot, because not only has this Lawrence Fishburne character who hasn't been around for an hour randomly comes back for no reason just to say a cheesy line, go, I'm not dead, by the way. Good job, kid, and leave. But the whole scene is shot in a Kroger parking lot. It's product placement to pay for the fact that they had to reshoot. That's my theory.
I'm all right with it. I'm all right with your theory, not him coming back.
It was so dumb.
His death was beautiful. It was poetic. Okay.
It was pointless too.
He was gut shot.
Oh God. This movie sucked.
Yeah, well, they fight like a laundromat, and he got the guy's head in like the dryer, and then shoots him through the head, but he gets gut shot first. It's just so great.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with that Russian lady, by the way, it's like you knew they were gonna sleep together at some point. I didn't know literally, but it's just like you knew at some point there was gonna be something there because they're both, one's a widower, one's a widow. It's like something's gonna happen here. Also, it's a secret agent movie. You gotta sleep with the girl.
But hey. He's hunting his wife's killer. He can't disgrace her name yet. Now, if they reconnected...
He can just grab her boob as they lay down. They can do that.
I mean, it's above the clothes. But that don't count. But
also, she put the hand there. I was just laughing.
That also don't count. See, doubly don't count. But see, if they reconnected at the end of the movie, obviously they would have been fucking.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They didn't. That's the sequel.
She comes back from the dead too?
Yes.
Oh, God. Yeah,
I mean, we got reshoots. Come on. What other parking lot can we get into? An Acme? A Giants? Who's paying?
No, it's got to be something national. You can't go to an Acme or a Giant. That's just PA. Not even PA. That's like Philly specifically.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You go west, you get Giant Eagle all of a sudden.
Yeah, I have seen the Giant Eagles. I did live in Pittsburgh.
And then you go to like Target. That's what they need. Target's a good brand.
Target. Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's dumb. And then so when immediately you start going, oh, so the CIA was behind his wife dying. Like, you figure that out fairly quickly, like, because it turns out the CIA doesn't want to catch these guys because they're backdoor paying them to do the things that are illegal in other countries that they know will help America in the long run. So immediately you go, okay, so the CIA is not literally behind the killing because they didn't put a hit on his wife, but you know they are responsible in a way for it, and they don't care that it happened. But I thought that, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if she had discovered them, and that's why the CIA had her killed. I was like, that would be a cool plot, and he finds that, no, it's just boring. Like, it could have been so much cooler and more interesting, but...
Listen, they were making their exit. It was time to shoot her in the head, and just her in the head that time.
Yeah, also, randomly, what they believe is happening is a terrorist attack. And so everybody goes down, and she stands up, grabs another person, like, we'll get you out of here. What the fuck are you doing, lady? Of course you're getting attacked.
I don't know if I had seen that scene wrong. When Rami was like recapping the scene, he was like, that's why she got taken. She saved some other person. I'm like, what? Was that person getting dragged away, or was she just running? Why did you stop her from running?
I didn't think they were even running. I thought they were all sitting down, and then she stands up.
I thought a couple of them might have been, but yeah, she didn't seem like she needed saving. It seemed
like a pointless thing to do.
Yeah, 100%.
And she deserved to die.
And I hope they burn in hell.
But yeah, I also love how, so like, the CIA guy, he's not the boss, but he's like a boss. He's a manager of sorts that just does whatever he wants and says, fuck you to the actual boss.
He's the Black Ops boss.
Yeah.
He also has
this other guy underneath him that's just always in his office.
Yeah.
Every time Rami Malek wants to go talk to the boss, that other guy's there too. I'm like, why are you here?
That's his right-hand guy.
He's got nothing else to do.
He has his own office, right? It just doesn't get any use, all right? He sits in that chair.
He has a tiny little cubicle in the big office. He just sits there and types.
He plans the hits with his boy.
Yeah, it was so silly. It always also really bugs me how in movies, people just can't shoot a gun. Have you ever shot a gun? Have you ever gone shooting?
Once, and I will admit, with a 22, I was okay. With a 9, I was fucking terrible.
I've shot many different things, largest being a shotgun. It's not hard to shoot guns. It's really not. Like, maybe, like, you...
That was my first time. I don't know what the...
on my first time, I went shooting, I wasn't great, but I didn't miss the target, you know? I was hitting the target. It wasn't a bullseye every time, but I was hitting the target. He's just like 15 feet away going, oh my God, where do I shoot?
I wasn't like that, but I had a couple of times where I would fire and my hand would just jerk a bit.
Yeah.
I had a lesson, but I didn't truly know how to brace myself yet. Give me 2 lessons, I'd be a lot better than Rami.
Yeah.
Come on.
I guess the only time I ever shot a pistol, because everything else was, you know, either a rifle or a shotgun, something like that. So I've only used a pistol once. And I think I was shooting like cans or something, and it was small. So I didn't hit the can every time, but a can is much smaller, like I said, than a target. I just don't understand why they like pretend like shooting so hard in movies.
Yeah. And well, listen, when he told him to get closer, all right, I didn't have that. All right. You tell me to get that close to the target, I'm gonna hit the target.
Yeah. Jesus.
That's crazy.
So silly. Also, going back to Lawrence Fishburne, because we never finished that, he's chasing him through the nightclub, and they go to a different nightclub. He's looking around trying to find a way, and he doesn't, so then he just has to open, like, walk of shame, go back out of the bathroom, and then Lawrence Fishburne's sitting at the bar, shoos away some random guy.
I love that. Just dabs him, it just points.
Go. And then he goes, dos Heineken, por favor, or whatever he says.
S'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît, sorry, yeah, it's French. And so then I'm, like, expecting this to be some sort of trick, some sort of play here, like, oh, he poisoned the Heineken, or like there's something going on. No, he's just going like, I'm chasing you.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck are you doing?
You didn't expect the random conversation before I take you in?
Why? What was the point of that?
You're some banter.
You're an amazing agent guy, and you suck at everything you do.
Because he's overconfident and he's got him trapped. There's nothing he could do to get away in this situation.
Except for a bomb.
Yeah, he forgot about that. He's good at bombs. Yeah. They taught him how to.
Not according to the bad guy though. He said he was insulted by how bad his bomb was.
Listen, they only taught him how to make IEDs. All right.
True.
Just random stuff around. Make the bomb his own to his own purposes. All right. Yeah. So he needed something to make a very big bang in a bathroom and hopefully not kill anyone that went in after him. But who cares?
He didn't know if anybody else was going to go in there, but if they had, they're dead.
And he made it out after that bombing so damn quickly.
And then he just slept in a park.
Yeah, just a random
Didn't hide,
park.
just slept in a park. Lawrence Fishburne's like, I was tracking him this whole time, but I guess I can't now. He's in a park.
See,
Damn.
I believed it so much more when Bourne did that, and I also think they were looking for him less back then.
Yeah. Also, there's so many things that, like, I feel like they did it simply because they thought it would look cool or something. And sometimes they're right. Like, he gets a 3D scan of his face and starts swapping it on to other people walking throughout the world, mainly Europe, but, you know, other places, so it'll distract the CIA. That leads nowhere. It's like a 5-minute subplot, just so oh, he's in Berlin? Oh, no, he's in Prague? Where the fuck is this guy? And then, like, you idiots, he just killed this guy. That's as long as it lasts. What was the point of that? It's just because they go, oh, this is a cool idea. That's the whole movie is. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I guess so. There it is. And then
Listen. We don't need to follow through on any of this. We just need
Clearly
to
not.
introduce it, okay?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I've seen it in like 4 things recently, all right? But hopefully they focus on it a bit more.
Yeah.
This one, you know, it was just enough distraction for the audience until the CIA realizes, oh yeah, he only has 3 targets and one of them is dead. I guess that's where he is.
Brilliant.
He's not that good at bombs, bombing from a different country.
Yeah. And then lastly, he finally gets to the 4th guy he wants to kill. And then he doesn't kill him. He just gets him arrested, which is what the CIA was going to do eventually anyway. At least you presume. Supposedly.
They said they wanted to wait to take down the entire organization than taking out these 4 gunners that they had.
And
like, your wife's important, but not more important than the United States.
Yeah, so, and it was a lie, but you had no reason not to believe them when they say that. It made sense. And so you just... If your end goal was to not shoot him, it's just abysmally stupid and a waste of time. The whole movie is a waste of time. Like, he keeps going, you're not a killer. I'm not a killer. You're right, I'm not a killer. I just poison people with flowers.
Yeah.
Dumb. I blow up swimming pools. Decently cool. And I blow up people with pipe bombs. Whatever. And it's just like,
knew that was coming back.
Killing all of these people going, I'm doing it because I need to get to this person. Then you get to the person, going, I wish I didn't have to kill all these people. I'm haunted by the memory of them. But I'm not going to kill you. I just wanted to look into your eyes.
Hey, listen, he didn't even...
All sweet like.
That was pretty funny. He didn't even intentionally kill Flower Power Girl.
No, she just got hit by a car.
She's in this chamber, I guess, to measure her airflow for her allergies or asthma. It's an allergy.
It was like a stress test or something.
Yeah. And instead, he replaces her air with pollen because she's got an allergy.
Yeah, awful allergy, I guess, because, during the springtime, she walks outside and just dies. I'm sure, that makes so much sense.
The crazy thing was, when he first did it, for a split second, I forgot about the allergy and just thought, because there was a show a long time ago, 1,000 Ways to Die.
Okay.
Right? And the show was about 1,000 different ways people have died.
Shocker.
Yeah. One of the ways was these 2 guys were working at a chocolate factory, and they were tasked to take...
And then the Oompa Loompas came and threw them down this pit, and they got incinerated.
Well,
God.
That's the 1,001th way to die. There's a lot of ways to die in a chocolate factory, man.
We found that out, yes.
It's pretty bad in there.
Hold on. You know how we saw Screamboat, and they are making these horror... How have we not done Willy Wonka yet? That is asking to be made into a horror movie. It's not public domain, but it could be like Billy Bonka's Chocolate Factory.
Maybe the original book material is. We could just readapt it that way. It's artistic licensing. Or
yeah, you need permission for that.
When they see it, they'll love it enough.
Yeah, never ask permission. Just make the movie for however many hundreds of thousands of dollars you're going to make it for. And then go, you good, right? You want it? Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying...
Died in a chocolate factory.
These 2 guys were working in a chocolate factory, and they were tasked with taking these sacks of cocoa powder into a closet, right?
Okay.
And for some stupid reason, when they got into the closet, they decided to have a freaking pillow fight with the sacks of cocoa powder. The issue was they were in a small enclosed space, and the cocoa powder started leaking out the bags because they're slamming
Sure.
each other with them. And it caused so much small particles into the air that that's all they're breathing in anymore, and they
Yeah.
just killed themselves accidentally
Yeah,
that way.
suffocating.
And I thought, oh crap, that's a interesting part of this plant. And it was just the allergy,
Yeah.
which also made sense and was fine too. But that was a little
No,
more.
stupid.
I was a little more excited. I as soon as I got, because he bought all the flowers, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, is he like making some sort of poison out of the flowers? Is there like something
No.
about these I don't know? And then I saw allergy and asthma sensor, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay then.
Yeah. It was dumb.
It was funny.
Everything that
And
happens.
she
is
ran
dumb.
out and got flattened.
Yeah, but no blood. Absolutely no blood. I was looking for it.
I guess his blood on his hand came from his scratches on his neck.
I assume it was also actually. I think it was supposed to be from her. There was no blood
he,
when
like,
she was laying there.
He like reaches down and kind of touches her a bit before going.
Yeah,
to
he
the
takes your phone. Yeah.
Well, before that, I think, or at least reaches out to her.
I don't know. Like it's just dumb. But I don't want to say like it's terrible because it's like entertaining in its own way too. And the actors are all fairly good. They're just given awful dialogue to work with.
Yeah, I like most of the people in it. There's a lot of recognizable faces in this. Too.
Yeah. You know what? It was funny because, like, so my favorite part actually of this movie is it's not just normal flashbacks with the wife. He's seeing her interact with his current self for a moment and then she'll disappear. So, like, he sees her in the window, he sees her in the bed, yada, yada, yada. So when Lawrence Fishburne gets into his car, I thought he was having a flashback to him. It was just like he was going to disappear.
I kind of agree with you. That would have been great.
I thought that's what was happening. I was like, one, this is a rewrite, this is a reshoot. But my second thought was, is he not really there?
He just fades away. Endgame's there.
Yeah, I don't know. If you want to have some dumb fun, forgettable fun that you won't think about, but yeah, it's a Tuesday, a $5 movie or whatever, go for it.
Yeah.
Or just wait for Sinners in 2 days. That movie looks a lot better.
Don't expect too much from the actual revenge aspect of it, though. Like,
Don't expect much.
he
from
gets
anything.
them, but
Not really.
it's not really exciting.
The
Not really
finish get
interesting.
them. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon with another. And then, of course, like I said, Sinners is in 2 days, so we'll be back very soon for that as well. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Yeah, Sinners could be good.
I hope so.
Literally everyone's fucking talking about Sinners.